Hello and welcome to Lunchtime Politics on Channels Television. I'm Millicent Walker. On the news this hour, the battle for Tafawa Balewa, Federal High Court dismissing suit challenging INEC's decision to conclude, collate and announce the governorship election results from that local government in Bauchi State and due to lack of jurisdiction. Winners of Saturday's supplementary governorship elections finally emerged in Sokoto, Kano, Benue, Plateau and Bauchi states as losers head to court to contest INEC's declaration. Election observers condemn incidences of violence and harassment of voters at the supplementary polls. Welcome everyone to the program. We begin this Monday after a weekend of supplementary elections in some states, which has also thrown up some of the issues where some of those states were set to be inconclusive in the first place. Well, we'll be taking a look at those issues in the course of the show. Let's begin with a Federal High Court dismissing this huge challenge in the Independent National Electoral Commission INEC's decision to conclude, collate and announce the governorship election result from Tafawa Balewa local government area in Bauchi State. Now, the presiding judge, Justice Inyang Eko, dismissed the suit because, according to him, the court lacks the jurisdiction on the case. Our correspondent Amaka Okafo gives us an update from the venue of the court in Abuja.
Justice Inyang Eko of the Federal High Court has decided that he lacks jurisdiction to hear a suit filed by the All Progressive Congress and the governor of Bauchi State, Mr. Mohammed Abubakar, challenging INEC's decision to go ahead with the collation and announcement of results from the Tafawa Balewa local government in Bauchi State governorship election. The party and the governor of Bauchi State had challenged INEC for initially announcing that the election was inconclusive and then turning around to say it will go ahead with the collation of the result. But INEC did not agree with the suit and filed a motion challenging the jurisdiction and the power of the court to hear a post-election issue. They said that the court has no power to stop INEC from going on with its constitutionally donated duty. It is not known if the governor and his party will approach the appeal court to challenge the decision of the Federal High Court.
Amaka there in Abuja. In the meantime, while winners of the March 23rd supplementary elections have been declared by INEC, the story is slightly different, talking about Bauchi State. Well, although the PDP candidate Bala Mohammed won the supplementary election, INEC has not announced the winner of the governorship election there. According to the returning officer, Professor Mohammed, the final result will be declared after the case instituted on Tafawa Balewa constituency is decided by the court. So the question now becomes, what is INEC's position after hearing from the court? Our correspondent in Bauchi, Hajara Ali, tells us more.
The town has been peaceful since the controversy surrounding the result for Tafawa Balewa local government area started. Many have saluted the maturity displayed by residents of Bauchi State throughout the period. There was no violence of any sort. The highest we saw was a peaceful demonstration, and this is commendable. The maturity displayed by residents of Bauchi State is commendable. Let me find out from one of the residents what he's thinking at this moment, now that the court has dismissed the suit challenging the decision to continue with collation and announcement of results for Tafawa Balewa local government area. So what's on your mind at this moment, hearing that the court has dismissed the suit?
Well, what I can say is that the suspense surrounding this electioneering process have been finally put to rest by the court, because we all know that the election was initially conducted, and there was supplementary election as required by law, and of course the governor went to the court challenging the collation of Tafawa local government, which has been in contention, and we woke up this morning to hear that the court has dismissed the case.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Jafar.
Yes.
For now, I spoke to the resident electoral commissioner, Ibrahim Abdullahi, earlier to ask what next now that the court's decision has been delivered. He said he awaits official communication from the INEC headquarters. The result for Tafawa local government area will determine who the next governor of Bauchi State will be. There are over 135 registered voters in Tafawa local government area, so we await to see the announcement of that result any moment.
Right, Hajarali with the latest there in Bauchi. But in the meantime, the Federal High Court has adjourned a similar case on the River State governorship election till March the 28th for hearing. The African Action Congress AAC governorship candidate in River State, Mr. Awara, had filed a motion seeking to stop the Independent National Electoral Commission INEC from concluding the collation and announcements of results in the Rivers election. Mr. Awara is claiming that he was the clear winner of the March 9 governorship election in the state, having won 15 out of the 23 local government areas. Justice Inyangeko had, during its last sitting on the suit, refused to grant the ex parte motion as requested by the AAC candidate, saying the motion or notice had been overtaken by events. Elsewhere, the governor of Kano State, Mr. Abdullahi Ganduje, has been speaking on the outcome of the governorship election in which he was re-elected for a second term in office. Addressing journalists in a post-election press briefing at the Kano State Government House, Mr. Ganduje thanked the people of the state for giving him another chance and says the victory will afford him the opportunity to consolidate on the work already done.
This success is not for me alone. It's not for my deputy governor. It's for the entire people of Kano State. So that we consolidate on our achievements. There is continuity in our policies, continuity in our programs, continuity and consolidation of what we have done in order to move Kano State forward. It is with heart full of joy and gratitude to Almighty Allah I address you today for the resounding victory that He granted us in the March 23 governorship and the House of Assembly supplementary elections in Kano State. Therefore, with uttermost gratitude and humility, I wholeheartedly accept the mandate that you, the good people of Kano State, have again bestowed on me.
Well, staying with the Kano State governorship election, the People's Democratic Party says its candidate, Abu Yusuf, is the rightful winner of the state governorship election, insisting any declaration that does not reflect such cannot stand. In a statement by the party's National Publicity Secretary, Kola Logbodinyo, quote, "The whole world knows that the PDP and its candidate, Abu Yusuf, won the Kano State governorship election since March 9, 2019, having fulfilled the constitutional requirements of securing the highest number of votes and the statutory 25% in 2/3 of the state," end of quote. The PDP described the governorship supplementary election in Kano as a national disgrace and a mere figure allocating exercise by compromised INEC officials who collaborated with power-drunk politicians in the All Progressives Congress to award results to the APC candidate. The party, therefore, cautions INEC against any attempt to import contrived figures from the legitimate March 23 charade. As such, will be a clear recipe for anarchy and serious crisis in the state.